Hi, guys. My name is Michael Tiller. I'm the co founder and CEO of Jybe, and this is my run through for the pitch deck for Better Tomorrow Ventures. Uh, so, as I said, our company is Jybe, and we are on a mission to revolutionize how digital subscriptions are seen by users across all platforms. And the way we're going to do that is by offering BNPL or Buy Now, Pay Later for digital subscriptions. So the problem we face is the rising cost of digital subscriptions. The average consumer is now spending $372 per month. I remember when I first got a Visa and I was only paying for Netflix. It was 16 bucks a month. It was great. I got access to all of these movies. Now, as more and more services switch to recurring revenue models, it's no longer just your Netflix. It's now YouTube Premium, Spotify, music apps, workout apps, dating apps, video game apps. The average user is spending 372 a month. It's a lot of money, and the consumer is starting to struggle as those add up. Likewise, digital subscription businesses are struggling acquiring new customers and retaining existing ones as the consumer becomes wary of this new high cost. The solution, the way we're going to fix that, is with a buy now, pay later twist on the digital subscription economy. So I'm sure you are familiar with regular digital subscription plans. You normally have your monthly payment here on the left, or a lot of times you'll have annual or longer term options, usually with a discount, like say save 30% when you sign up annually. This is because the business wants your money up front and they want to lock you in for a full year, so they offer you a discount. So we're going to put the buy now pay later twist on this. We'll integrate into the checkout along with the existing monthly and annual subscription options. We'll pay the business the upfront cost of that discounted longer term or annual subscription option, break that back up into 12 monthly payments, then bill the consumer back at cheaper monthly payments. This gives the consumer access to their digital subscription at the cheapest possible monthly rate, gives the business an increased amount of subscribers, and gives the business an increased percentage of subscribers that opt for that longer term pay up front option, which remember is why they offer a discount in the first place. Our business model is simple. We will charge a 15% fee to the consumer and a 5% fee to the business. So, you can see here, for an example, AutoCAD, which is a very popular engineering software with 66 million subscribers, you can do 305 a month, 2066 a year, or 198 per month with a 1 year commitment with Jibe. So again, we would pay the 2066 upfront to AutoCAD minus a 5% fee, and then break that 2066 up into 12 monthly payments plus a little 15% fee, and bill the consumer back now at 198 a month. So again, the consumer gets the access at the cheapest possible monthly rate. The business gets more subscribers and more subscribers that opt for the upfront payments. It's a very large market. The $1.5 trillion digital subscription market with the 20% fee is a $300 billion TAM. Now, we would only focus on US and Canada, and for reasons I'll get into in the next slide, just consumer-based digital subscriptions, still 127 billion. And from what we can tell from research on what applicable vendors would be, so vendors that actually offer a discount for a longer term subscription, and what research has told us adoption would be both for the consumer and for the vendor, we could see an $822 million serviceable market. We do have some competition. Now, obviously, in buy now, pay later, there are the big guys: Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, Apple Pay Later got into the buy now, pay later game within the past month. These guys do not target digital subscriptions. Their whole business model tends to be based on terminal point of sale loans for one-time purchases, and to kind of pivot that towards digital subscriptions would upend their entire root business model and wouldn't really work for how they're operating. There are two companies that are offering buy now pay later for digital subscriptions: Tranche and Ratio. Now, they are targeting what we had originally identified as the low hanging fruit, which is large scale B2B digital subscriptions, things that normally are dealt with a sales development rep, subscriptions that have invoices. Whereas we are going to target consumer based digital subscriptions: your Spotify, your Disney Plus, your Adobe Acrobat, things that are purchased by consumers with a checkout page with a credit card. So the team is, so far, myself, the CEO. I'm an engineer with 5 years experience working mostly in the telecommunication industry, but also in various entrepreneurial endeavors with family businesses. And I am relatively new to fintech, so I had to make sure I totally surrounded myself with some of the best talent, and that's how I've built my company so far. So right away, I brought on a CTO, Ian Vardy. He's an executive with 26 years experience launching new technology products across fintech, edtech, medtech, and oil and gas tech. We are also hiring a full stack developer this week, which is why they're not on here. So, our traction and timeline to date. So, progress to date is we have identified all of our key partnerships for the MVP. We've got our card issuers, which I'll get into shortly. We've got our KYC AML partnerships through Provenir and TransUnion. We've got our credit worthiness and credit assessment partnerships, again through TransUnion and Flinks, which is a Plaid like company. We have our payment gate partnerships through Stripe, and we have our credit facility to underwrite our loans partnership through BDC. We've raised $50,000 so far in pre-seed funding, and are currently now in Q1, Q2, building our MVP. Now, I want to get into how we're building our MVP. As you can imagine, when reaching out for merchant partnerships with, say, Disney Plus or Adobe, uh, we are currently not getting much interest from the large companies. So, what we are going to do to gain some initial traction is take a merchant disconnected approach. And this is how Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay originally gained their traction. It's how they still actually get new merchant partners. They don't just go right to, say, Lululemon and ask for a merchant partnership. They will sell their buy now, pay later or their financing directly to a consumer. And then once they've done about, say, $100,000 a month for that merchant, then they will approach the merchant and ask them for a partnership. So we are going to take this exact same partnership, this exact same route to gain traction. It avoids getting expensive and lengthy partnerships with merchants who really won't deal with us while we have no tractions. We have an MVP launch for July 1st, actually July 5th. July 1st is Canada Day. So it's going to launch July 5th. We have all of our partnerships already in place for that, which I already spoke about. I just want to leave this page really quick to get into exactly what I mean by merchant disconnected approach. So, how these companies do this is we bring consumers to our platform, marketing a cheaper way to access your digital subscription. We will offer them a virtual credit card, which is where the virtual credit card partnership I mentioned earlier comes in. We offer them that virtual credit card to purchase a discounted annual subscription, then bill the consumer back at a cheaper monthly rate. I just want to show you this is how Affirm does it. If you want, say, a $300 pair of shoes and there is no merchant partnership at the store that you're with for buy now, pay later, you can go to the Affirm app, say, hey, I want to buy these shoes. They will approve you, give you a credit card, and then you can use it. We're going to take that exact same route, but be doing it just for helping people save on their digital subscriptions. Once we do that in Q3, Q4, we're going to, and we gain some traction and start to really prove some of our hypothesis for what we thought some key metrics would be. We're going to look at raising a seed round of funding right towards the end of the year. We're going to use that to leverage all of our partnerships and improve the product, which I'll get into shortly. And then we'll start identifying merchant businesses. And then in 2024, we're going to continue expanding the product this way with our newfound funding. It is then we are going to really look at partnering with the merchant businesses, and that's when we can really plan on growth. So, towards the end of 2023, we are looking for around $750,000 Canadian to achieve $150,000 annual recurring revenue at 125 million GMV in 12 months. Now, the 750K will be for 24 months runway, but that is the metrics we want to hit in 1 year. We plan on doing this by refining our product, which is hiring some key developers to really make the product run smoothly to really bolster our conversion rates when people come to our site. Boost sales, so hire a BD rep and then also launch a full-on marketing campaign to bring users in, and then invest some money in our risk improvement as well. So that's really to help lower our charge-off rate and increase our approval rate through the buy now, pay later process. It's at this stage that we think we would be a good stage for the Mint program, because we're looking for around that amount of money now. Again, 750K for 4.2 million post money evaluation. It's all Canadian dollars. We're also looking for introductions to investors, introductions to larger credit facilities than the one we currently have. Currently, our credit facility will be capped pretty quickly after launching. So we're always looking to scale that. And we're looking for some great mentorship for scaling, which I don't need to get into why BTV would offer that. Again, our end game is really to revolutionize how subscription payments work across all platforms. I'll show here LinkedIn again is another example. You can either pay $95 a month, $685 a year, or $65 per month for a 1 year commitment with Jybe. I would love that one. I'm telling you, when I got LinkedIn Pro a couple of weeks ago before going to a conference, a fintech conference in Toronto. Thank you guys. Look forward to any questions you might have.